Hey guys, I haven't updated my Shaco guide since 6.7, so I'm doing that right now, showing you off my new best build, some jungle path and some overall tips and tricks. First off, I want to talk about the build I'm using, because this is always kind of the hot topic around Shaco players, because everyone is building something different and a lot of items work well with Shaco. Before anyone spams this in the comments, yes, this is the build that Nb3 uses as well, but just because he uses it doesn't mean you have to tell me every time. The starting items always the same: get Hunter's Machete and pots. After your first bag, get a claw fields. There are a lot of people who go for red, blue smite, or just skip that and get a Tiamat after the machete. But claw field has been working out the best for me. I prefer the damage and CDR. Tiamat can be good in a lot of situations too, if you want to farm quicker or split push, and of course to get off the Thunderlord's proc quicker. Now you can either finish your boosts, where I normally go Berserker Greaves, or sometimes Boots of Swiftness, but now that they got nerfed a little bit, not that often anymore. Or you could just get the boots without the upgrade and another claw fields to start building on that Humus. Humus got nerfed by 580, but I still like to buy it. After you finish Humus, follow up with Static Shift, Phantom Dancer and Infinity Edge to get that crit going. Depending on the enemy team, you can of course also switch something out for a Morpho Moditus or Sterix Gauge. I've also been experimenting a little bit with Trinity, which works great too for a little bit of a more bruiser type of style, but I'd rather switch it out for my boost after getting full builded. There are so many different builds and options, like finishing the Hydra first, of course, that's what a lot of people do, or I've also seen people buying Cinder Hulk and then Titanic Hydra and going full tank after that, which works too, but it's not my kind of playstyle. This type of style has worked best for me and has been the most fun to play as well. Before we talk about runes and masteries, let's look at the jungle routes. I'm gonna talk about all of the ones I do, but gonna show the most basic one on the screen, which goes like this. Start off by stacking 2 boxes at 40 seconds at the secondary camp, either at top or bot side. Then move over to the main buff, being red or blue, and stack 2 boxes there as well, but they have to be as far away that they're not getting triggered. Then you can just clear them all. After that, you can either go for gank or keep clearing the whole jungle. Other options are to invade by stacking boxes at your main buff and then moving over to the enemy buff, only stealing it or killing the enemy jungler in the process, or to get the secondary and the main buff, then moving over to the second main who's remaining. So if you've done Crux and red, then you just go over to blue. After that, you either still invade the enemy jungle or go for a gank on a nearby lane. For all of these, you should always have an open eye for opportunities. Is someone playing in a mobile champion, or is someone low but still pushing because they are too greedy to go back? I always imagine Shaco is kind of like the scavenger of greed. Wow, that was philosophical, but I feel like that's just pretty much how I feel about Shaco. Because whenever someone does something greedy like overstay or still go into the jungle and farm even though they're low life, you can just go invisible and clean them up. Always be on the lookout for easy kill pickups to snowball other lanes. The ganking itself I've already covered in my other guides, but I'm gonna tackle it real quick as well. You don't really have CC with Shaco other than your box and maybe your E slow, so you should try to place it so the laner you're ganking has to either walk into it or waste his flash to get away from the fear. Other than that, just use your E to slow and Q to follow up flashes or dashes. In teamfights, you should never be the one initiating the fight or the one who's in the middle of the fight. Either wait for someone to initiate or enemy squishies to distance themselves from their peelers. Then just clean them up. After that, your team is facing a 4v5 and that should be way easier to deal with. Shaco is also very good at split pushing. Because of your ult and your Q, your potential of just getting away even though you got caught is abnormally high. You can of course also assassinate if only one person comes to death against you, preferably not a tank, of course. Now moving over to the runes. I've seen and tried out 3 different ones. I'm gonna show them all on the screen. The one I've been using the most is the one with 9 armor seals, 9 attack damage marks, 9 attack speed glyphs, 2 attack speed quintessences and 1 attack damage quintessence. The other ones work fine too. I'm trying out the AP one a little bit at the moment, and I feel like the extra AP helps your clears a little bit with your box and gives you some extra burst on your E, but it's not that significant. Now for the masteries, I still run pretty standard 12-18 with Thunderlords and Oppressor. You could also go for Strength of the Ages, but I feel like ganking and bursting is so much nicer with Thunderlords, but that's preference. And now to the last point, should you take Flash and Smite or Ignite and Smite? This is like one of the biggest questions since Nightbull picked Flash that one time. I do prefer Flash at the moment, but I feel like you can still kind of switch it out whenever you feel like you want to put more pressure in the early game, but I feel like when you go with this build and you're just full assassin, it's just nicer to get even closer to the enemy with the Flash, but it's complete preference, so do what you want. To sum up, just be the scavenger of greed, and don't get greedy yourself. Then you should become the Shaco god you always wanted to be. Wow, that sounded really edgy. If you have other build ideas, questions and so on, write them in the comments below. I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm streaming every day in the evening, so if you want to swing by and say hi, that would make me really happy. And yeah, that's pretty much all. Goodbye.